Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the Manufacturer Series on GT Sport. This is race 2 from Brands Hatch of round 3 in the Aston Martins. This is the GR4 car, so this is the quicker version with the wings on it. So let's get ready for a start as we look at the grid. Callum Paul Banks on pole position then because he won the last race. So remember this grid in the order that they all finished the last race. So Callum on pole with maximum ballast. Neil second with 160 kilos, then it's Bidzster 120 kilos in third, and then it's 80 kilos for Techno in fourth, and Rodders on 40 kilos in fifth. Then it's Stretch sixth, seventh for TY, eighth for Firepower, Stacker in ninth, and Seat 1 in 10th. So let's get ready for a start then, guys, as we get ready for the lights to go out. So watch for good starts. There could be some guys that make a good start, some guys could make a bad start as we get ready for lights out. And we're off. Techno gets a horrible start. He goes completely backwards. Meanwhile, Neil gets a decent one. He tries to pull alongside Callum. Bidzster's on the inside. Bidzster gets second place so far. TY trying to muscle his way past Stretch in the background. And then we go towards the Druids. Bidzster takes second, almost gets past Callum as well. Rodders on the inside, Stretch on the outside. TY trying to get alongside him as well, down to the bottom of the hill. Bidzster challenging for the lead, but Callum in front. Stretch defending from TY in fifth place. Rodders goes a bit wide onto the dust. Meanwhile, further back we've got Stacker, Techno and Seacall fighting out for positions. But Bidzster right on the back of Callum, already making a little break for it. Let's look at the background, Firepower on the inside of Techno and Seek as well. All side by side, Firepower hits the grass and goes a bit further backwards. Down the straight now towards Hawthorn. Down the hill, Callum defending from Bidzster. Bidzster mounting an attack already. Into Hawthorn, the fast right-hander. Brilliant pace from everyone as Rodders makes a little mistake there. Stretch with TY behind him as Bidzster goes for the lead. Dive, Bidzster goes for the lead. Someone was off in the background. We'll have a look in a minute. As we go down the hill, brilliant start to this race. It's Callum from Bidzster. Bidzster had a look but backed off, and then it's Neil, Rodders, Stretch, TY. Then further back we had Firepower or Techno go off, so we'll get replays after this first lap as Neil goes wide and Stretch goes through, and TY and Rodders has gone off as well. So some kind of contact there, I would imagine. Bidzster attacking Callum, by the way, at the front. Around the outside, trying to get the cut back. Callum says, no you don't, sunshine, not yet. Stretching third now. TY up to fourth as we go over the line. Callum defending from Bidzster. We'll just get those first lap replays in now. Here's a quick replay what happened to Techno on the first lap. So goes round Hawthorn, just carries too much speed and goes completely off the track and into the gravel and goes back down to 10th. Okay, here's a replay on board with Rodders. So have a look at the first lap incident with him and Neil. So going through here, we'll see Neil in a minute. Watch, listen to this. Doink! We hit Neil up the back. Neil goes wide, then we obviously slow down to let Neil rejoin, but by that time Stretch and TY have passed us. And after those replays we come back. Callum defends the inside from Bidzster. Bidzster has a look up the inside, then thinks about it to the outside. Just trying to put him off as he tries to go right round the outside of Callum here. He's right round the outside, he's got the inside for Graham Hill Bend now. Fantastic move. As we go down the hill, Bidzster takes the lead. Callum then fights back. Bidzster says no you don't and defends the inside line. Stretch and Neil then fourth and fifth. TY third, catching the leaders. TY on the move here. Then we've got Rodders in 6th, Seat 1 7th, Stacker 8th. And then we've got Firepower 9th, Techno further back in 10th. Back to the leaders then. Bidzster down the hill towards Hawthorn. Got his mirrors full of Callum, but Callum's got his mirrors full of TY as well. Absolutely brilliant. All top three as Callum and TY rally across the way out of Hawthorn into Westfield. Through Westfield we go, TY a bit wider than the others. Neil goes a bit wide in the background as well, behind Stretch, but to no avail yet as TY right behind Callum. And then now, oh, mixing it with the grass, and meanwhile Stretch is in the gravel. He's off. Brothers goes through. Seat goes through. Stacker's going to go through. Stretch is going right down the field. One mistake and you go right to the back of the pack as Callum with TY around the outside of him. All the way around the outside goes TY, trying to keep the overspeed. Brilliant race this. TY gets the position into second place. Now he's going to be after Bidzster as Seat 1 attacks Rodders further back as well. Seat 1 on the inside of Rodders into Paddock Hill Bend, so the team takeaway car goes back down to 6th, but he's fighting back up the inside. He's having a look but can't quite make it stick. As further back then Firepower, Techno and Stretch all getting a bit tangled up with one another. Wow, brilliant stuff. Stacker in 7th, Firepower 8th, Techno 9th, Stretch 10th. As TY now attacking the leader, Bidzster. TY on the move here, really good lap last time, 31.0, even with trying to attack people. Brilliant as he goes to the outside of Bidzster now. Down to Hawthorne, Bidzster giving him the squeeze. Down towards Hawthorne. Then on the inside goes Bidzster, around the outside goes TY, he's got the move done. Brilliant move from TY around the outside, brave stuff, into Westfield we go then. TY takes the lead. Then on up over the curb. Down towards Sheen. So TY takes the lead. Bidzster second, Callum third as we go down this corner. And oh, TY's lost it! TY's absolutely lost it! He's gone round! Everybody's having to wait for everyone to go through. Neil, Seek, Runners, Stack, everyone goes through. And TY goes back down to last. One mistake ruins his race. Oh, deja vu for TY. But that elevates everyone else up in position. And Bidzster and Callum are now free to fight their own battle. As Seek 1 then closes on Neil Farmack. So Seek 1 closing on Neil here. So into Paddock Kilburn we go. Neil goes wide. Seek 1 could probably sense opportunity here. Seek 1 goes. So Neil goes wide. Seek 1 goes right up the inside. Remember, Seek 1 with no weight on his car. But Neil says, no, I didn't like that, sunshine. I'm going to fight it all the way. Seek 1 goes to the outside. Neil comes across because he knows he's got the line. And Rodder's catching up to these as well. As Seek 1 then goes up the inside. Neil goes wide again. And flashes his lights at him as well, just to try and put him off into McLaren, up onto the GP circuit. Rodder's right behind him now, and further back we've got a good battle. We've got Stacker leading the group, so Stacker in 6th, 7th for Techno. It's a good race this for Stacker. Firepower and Stretch side by side. Stretch on the inside towards Hawthorne. Here we go, down towards Hawthorne we go. Stretch is in 8th. Firepower looks to get the position back but can't quite do it. Meanwhile, up front, Bidzster and Callum leading the way. Callum fastest lap, 1:31.091. As we just get the camera sorted out. Seat 1 goes to the inside of Neil. Onto the grass. Oh, risky stuff from Rodders. He's just waiting in the wings to pick up places. As we've got another car off, I think. Further back was that Techno. Yes, Techno went off there. So Techno off in the Rabble car. Team Rabble, and his teammate Neil Farmack keeping hold of 3rd position from Seat 1, but the Team Leon cars are doing quite well. Stacker in 6th and Seek in 4th, so good positions for them so far. As we look to the leaders then, Bidzster and Callum having a titanic battle. Bidzster can't get across, Callum goes up the inside. Well, Bidzster did pull the same move that he did earlier, right round the outside and try and get the inside for the bottom of the hill. Callum slides out wide, so Bidzster's going to get the inside down the hill. There he goes. So them two still swapping places left, right and centre, as Neil Farmack has still got Seek 1 all over the back of him and goes wide and twitches. Meanwhile, Stretch in the background kicks up the dust. And TY starts his fight back. Gets past Firepower. And let's see if he can work his way back up to the front. There's Rodders in 5th, Seek 1 in 4th, attacking Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack defends the inside down towards Hawthorne. Seek 1's left with no opportunity to get through at all. So Neil holding up a real big queue of cars here. Rodders looks to the inside of Seek 1 but can't quite have a look, quite get close enough, but he'll have a little stab. Why not? Stick your nose in there, see what you can do. And then Stacker right behind Rodders now, so it's a battle of everyone for 3rd. As Rodders throws it away. Rodders throws it away, goes onto the gravel, loses all these positions. TY might get past as well. Round the outside, he does. So Rodders goes right back down to the end of the field. He might even get passed by Firepower. And he does. So right down to the back of the field, that's how close the pack is. As meanwhile, Bidzster back in the lead then. So Bidzster back in the lead up front. Swapping positions with Callum as we look back at Neil. Side by side with Seek 1 into Paddy Kilben. Neil Farmack up the inside. Seek 1 goes for the cutback. But will Neil be able to defend in time? Actually, he's got quite a bit of a gap to actually defend easily. So defends easily Neil Farmack. As Stacker then in 5th position then. Stacker up to 5th with Stretch behind him now. Stretch, Techno, TY. Brilliant race this. Good to see Stacker up in the pack as Firepower hangs on to the back of the pack as well. But meanwhile we've got Seek 1 looking up the inside of Neil Farmack. Techno goes up the inside of Stacker into McLaren. Stacker gives him room. As we go up and over the straight, Stacker maintains position. Neil Farmack and Seat 1 side by side for yet again, but Seat 1 looks like he's got the overspeed. Neil has to pull in behind, so Seat 1 up to 3rd position then. Now, will he be able to extend the pace of this pack? As Alex Stacker's extending the track as we go out of Hawthorn. Now, he's extending the track even more. He's throwing it away and it's sideways, and Firepower hits him. Rodder says, "Thank you very much, I'll have that." But Stacker throws a great race away. One mistake is all it takes, and down the field to 10th. But meanwhile, at the front, it's not over, not by a long shot. We've got lap 6 out of 13 onto lap 7, and Bidzster and Callum are side by side yet again. Brilliant stuff. Up towards Paddock Hill Bend. Bidzster should get the inside. Will Callum go for a cutback? He's going to try, except he hits Bidzster at the back end a bit, but Bidzster moves across, so you're not having it that easy. Into the corner we go, a little bit of contact, but we're okay, I think. We couldn't really help that, I don't think, but really good, intense race in this. As TY then goes up the inside of Techno to get another position up to 5th. He now separates the Team Rabble cars. Remember, TY an independent, so that's why he's got a bit more of a plain colour. But still, he can have as much colour as he wants, but just deciding to go for a plain livery. As he goes up the inside of Neil Farmack out of Graham Milben, gets a good run, and up the inside of Neil Farmack he goes. Now, will he run too wide and actually lose speed? Or will he get a good run? I think he got a good run anyway. So TY on the move then, really trying to make up for his mistake he made earlier. As we look at Stretch in 7th, Rodder's 8th, Firepower 9th, and then Stacker all the way back in 10th place. So let's have a look at the leaders then. Bidzster and Callum still battling like tooth and nail. Up over the curb at Sheen. Both cars taking a bit of a shortcutty line there, but at least they're both doing it. So there won't be any penalty dished out, I don't think, as we go up and over the top and then down back towards out of Stirling's towards Clearways. Through Clearways we go. Jim Clark Kurt follows, and then down the what is sort of a straightish Brands Hatch. As Seat 1 now with TY right behind him. You could not fit a piece of paper between them two. Seat 1 goes to the outside. TY's already on the inside with the overspeed. Seat 1 doesn't really see the point in defending because TY's on such a good pace here. He might as well use TY's pace to help him catch up, but Seat will not give up. He'll try and go back up the inside again. And is he? Oh, he's trying to, but he can't quite get the car alongside as TY uses a good line round the outside to carry more speed and then gains the position. So as Stretch has gone off, he's let the two Team Rabble cars go through, so Techno 5th, Neil 6th, Stretch down to 7th as Rodders goes across in 8th as well, as the two Team Rabble cars having a bit of a battle with one another as Techno goes wide, Neil goes up the inside, Stretch saying, come on, take yourselves off. Oh, TY's lost it again! TY's lost it again! Oh no, was the contact with Seiko, was that on his own? We'll get a replay. Okay, here's a replay what happened to TY on lap 8 then, coming round towards McLaren, up onto the GP section. We go wide and you see he goes onto the gravel and then just spins round onto the inside, hits the wall, and then reverses, but luckily keeps it on the grass and rejoins. Oh, as we come back from that then, TY spins himself out of the race. And Bidzster and Callum obviously still going on strong as Bidzster rally crosses his way off the track, and Callum just avoids him. I think the car just ghosted in time. That was really close as well. But we'll continue on from here as Bidzster goes up towards Clearways and down to Clark Curve as well. Let's have a look back at Seat 1. He's on his own in 3rd. Neil Farmack's got Stretch behind him now, so Stretch has separated the two Team Rabble cars. Towards Clearways we go. Up over the curb a bit, can't kick up a bit of dust. I think Stretch has got a bit of a run on him here. Down the straight, Stretch moves out. They go for a move this time. Nope, not yet. Have another think about it, but no, not close enough yet. Rodder's in 7th with Firepower closing up on him as well. So Firepower really enjoying this car as well, able to keep with the pack, which is really good to see. As Neil Farmack goes a little bit wider, Stretch can't quite get close enough for a gap yet, or to get close enough as Bidzster and Callum still close, with Bidzster in front. Remember, Callum won the first race and got fastest lap and pole position, because the first race you get an extra point for pole position, so that point counts, because that could be 7 extra points in the championship that could make a difference. As we go down this corner for so far, I think TY's got the fastest lap so far. Let's have a look. Yeah, TY 1:30.0 before he lost it, so clearly pushing too hard as Techno goes back down to 7th. Then he must have made a mistake somewhere as Rodders takes position. Stretch is still behind Neil Farmack. Brilliant line of cars this. Obviously, if anyone's interested in joining our league, please visit LPB Racing on Facebook, and we will try and get you sorted out with a position in one of our championships. You will have to have a driving assessment just to see, basically, so we're not getting random people that want to hit people off the track in. So you'll have to be assessed on how clean you are and how fast you are. But you don't need to be Lewis Hamilton speed, don't worry. Even if you're just new to the game, we're quite happy to accommodate, and we will help you out best we can, as long as you're not wanting to hit people off the track, because obviously we are a clean racing group. We are wanting people who are wanting to race in the league and a championship and just have a regular races each week, and with a good bunch of lads that are not going to, or a good bunch of people that are not going to knock you off the track. We all race fair and even in here. So as we go around Druids, then Neil Farmack with Stretch behind. TY obviously saw there making a move on a few cars, so TY back in the mix as Neil runs wide. Stretch could sense an opportunity here. He gets right behind him, but TY's right behind Rodders as well, looking for a move. Rodders defends from TY and looks up the inside of Stretch at the same time. Mirrors everywhere, eyes everywhere. Onto the straight. Rodders goes wide. TY getting the draft from Stretch. Oh, there's a little bunch down the hill. Neil Farmack on the inside, Stretch on the outside. TY looking to try and follow people through as he tries to push Neil round the corner now. He's past Rodders on the straight, and now into Westfield. He has a little look at Neil Farmack, but Westfield not really a passing place unless you can get really alongside. As ahead, we've got Seat 1 off the road. I just saw the arrow move, but he's okay. He's rejoined in third still as this pack come over the hill and down towards Sterling's. Into Sterling's we go. Stretch, Neil, TY, Rodders, Techno. Will it stay that way? I don't think so, because we're all chopping and changing. As Neil Farmack then with TY on the outside of him, right around the outside using all the track. That's typical TY as Firepower goes a bit wide in the background. But you've got to think that TY is pushing overly hard here. He needs to rein it in a bit, because I think he'll be making another mistake if he keeps pushing this hard. As Neil Farmack goes on the inside of Rodders. Rodders had a little look and he goes up the inside again, but can't quite do it. Neil Farmack defends. His teammate waiting behind to pick up any spoils. And positions remain the same as Techno hits Rodders, but then lets him go. Just had a little sneaky look up the inside and then had to think better of it. But there's no harm in having a go, as long as if you hit someone, you actually let them go. So it wasn't too bad there. Just trying to race for position, but that has sprung out the spread out the pack a bit. So Stretch with TY behind, looking for a way through as Bidzster and Callum's in the lead then up front. Look at the lap times. 31.6 is more or less down the bus. 31.6, 31.4, 31.6. Bidzster almost the same, except the last time we were 32, so he must have made a mistake somewhere or got past as Callum goes wide and Bidzster goes up round the outside, should I say, for the next corner. Gets the run, but decides to get rid of a penalty without, and not past, and then goes for the inside. So he backed off, got rid of a bit of a penalty, and then went back to the inside to get the move done. So good, clever stuff there by Bidzster. That's experience for you. As we go into Paddock Bend, remember Bidzster, one of the most experienced racers on here, and along with TY, and Callum, he's obviously very experienced himself, but Bidzster's been going a lot longer in sim racing than Callum has, but still, Callum putting up a brilliant fight here. And not to say that Callum can't fight, he can. He's really good at fighting in a battle. Just saying for, it's a bit like just saying that obviously comparing, let's say, Rubens Barrichello and Nico Rosberg. Rubens Barrichello's got a lot more experience under his belt, but they're both about the same on pace. So it's brilliant stuff as we go under the bridge, down the hill towards Hawthorne. Bidzster in the lead from Callum. Will it stay that way with 2 laps to go? Penultimate lap of the race. Bidzster versus Callum. We've seen this many a time, Bidzster versus Callum. Usually it involves TY as well, but TY's not helped himself. He's shot himself in the foot a couple of times. He's got past Stretch now. but I don't think he'll be able to pass it to the end. And look, he's making more mistakes. Absolutely ragged. He's pushing too hard. Just calm down, TY. Try and think back to your GT5 and GT6 days. Just cool it a bit. Because look, you're hitting the grass and you're making all these mistakes. It's not good. As Bidzster and Callum then come across the line to start the last lap of their race. Last lap now, over the line. 131.566 for Bidzster and a 131.678. So nothing in it, virtually nothing in it. As Bidzster defends hard now from Callum, not wanting to let him through. Down the inside, runs a bit wide just to force him onto the curb. Good again. That's where the experience comes into it. Just running Callum a little bit wide and just shutting the door a little bit out of the corner just so Callum can't get a run. As Stretch goes past TY, who's lost it again. TY's lost it again. Oh, we'll get a replay on that. Okay, here's a replay what happened to TY as he starts the last lap into Paddock Hill Bend. Into Paddock Hill Bend we go, pushing hard over the curb and then just goes wide, hits the gravel and it just goes round onto the inside, bang, hits the post, yellow flag goes out there and then he rejoins. As we come back from that then, TY falls all the way back down to 7th place after that, and it's now on the final lap, Bidzster versus Callum, half a lap to go, down to Hawthorne. Fast right-hander, do not want to make a mistake now, like TY did. Do not make a mistake, otherwise you throw the race away, boys. As we go down through Hawthorne and then Westfield now, Bidzster stretched out the gap a little bit here, so looks like he's just pulled out a bit of a gap in the Indy circuit section, just so it's enough for the GP section so he won't get harassed. But one mistake could change all that. But into Sterling's, looks like he's got a decent gap, but slides the car as Callum then goes onto the grass trying to get more power down towards the last corner, towards clearways. Last chance for Callum, got to be do or die, and he's going to try. He gets a brilliant run for Callum, but Bidzster will hug the inside, but it's going to be Bidzster who takes the win. Bidzster wins from Callum. Well done to them two. Brilliant race, only a few tenths of a second between them both. Fantastic race. Seat 1's going to get a well-deserved third as well from near the back. Well done to Seat 1. Stretch is going to come through in 4th, another decent result for him, so cementing himself as a good championship contender. As Techno comes across the line in 5th, the top 5 for Techno. Well done to him. Rodder's in 6th, again a good race for him as well. Firepower 7th, it's a good race for Firepower. Neil Farmack in 8th. He fell down a bit towards the end. Stacker in 9th, so he claws back a bit of time, but not a lot of it. And TY, it's like Nürburgring all over again for TY. It's just not gone his way at all. So TY finishes in 10th. So we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay guys, here's the results from that one then. So Bidzster just holds off Callum to win that race. Brilliant race between them two, so Callum gets 2nd. Seat 1 finishes a well-deserved 3rd. Stretch in 4th. Techno gets into the top 5, which is good for him. Rodder's in 6th. Firepower finishes 7th. Neil Farmack all the way down in 8th. Stacker in 9th. And then the very unlucky TY in 10th position. But also TY got the fastest lap with a 1:29.9. So as you come back from that then, there's your winner, Bidzster in the team takeaway car. And we will see you guys next time for race 3 in the GR3 cars. Take care, guys.